Hi, this is our fourth chat on the Stuka. The last time we left off with the Nazi forces moving in on Leningrad and sinking the Soviet battleship Murat. Again, the Nazis were successful in pushing all the way to the outskirts of Moscow by the end of 1941. Although they never did capture Moscow, the Soviets were successful in thwarting the final assault. The following spring, the Germans and Nazi forces reinstituted their attack on the Soviets in the south, moving into Stalingrad and the Caucasus region. And again, the Stukas were there at the forefront, providing close support to the German armies. And they were successful all the way up into the advancement into Stalingrad. And again, the Stukas did a lot of the bombing of the city. But eventually, the Soviets were able to amass their forces and bring enough aircraft to bear to change the tide at Stalingrad. So that's where, again, the losses started to mount for the Stukas, along with all of the other transport craft, because the Soviet Air Force was able to bring enough fighters to bear, and with the same results that they had with the Battle of Britain, the Stukas were shot down in unacceptable numbers. So as 1943 progressed and the threat of the Soviet tanks became more and more effective, the Germans converted the Stukas into what were called cannon vogels by mounting 37mm anti-tank guns under the wings instead of bombs, and then shooting the Soviet tanks from the air. But even that became dangerous as a daytime operation, and by the end of 1943, in November, they were starting to produce Stukas for nighttime use, with enhanced mufflers to hide the flames and violet-colored lights on the control panels so they would keep their night vision. And by 1943, they introduced the Focke-Wulf 190 as a fighter. They rigged it up as a bomber for close support, and it literally replaced the Stuka. And by September of 1944, all production of the Stukas ceased.